This is a review of Hyatt Place Albany, room 411, which is on the 4th floor, and this is a double queen. I've come here several other times. You can check over there in the corner if you want to see the other rooms that I've stayed at. So coming left to the door, you've got your light switch. This will control the hallway light, which is just above us, as well as the room light over there. You've got a full-length mirror right there, but we're gonna swing over this way because right as you walk in this particular room, you got the bathroom. It has a very nice sized vanity. I've tested these. You don't knock your knuckles on the back there, which I greatly appreciate. There's a giant mirror with a really poorly placed LED light that I'll show you in a moment. Over here, you've got your GFI outlet and a motion sensing light. And we'll come over here. There is our giant mirror. And if I come here, this is what I was talking about. It kind of puts you in shadow. And I don't know why they did that, but it's there, it's nice. You have extra toiletries right there. TP. Here we have an elongated soft close toilet like that. Coming over this way, you've got some artwork. My pet peeve in bathrooms is wallpaper, but you know, it's there, it looks okay. Here we have our shower enclosure. We'll come in and show you the products right there. And then these are actual tiles, but they do feel a little loose. Coming down, you've got a little footrest, arm grab. Hopefully that doesn't drip. Most of the Hyatts that I've stayed at that have this, you get drip on it, you kind of hear it all night. But there's your shower on, your shower head, and then we come back out this way. You've got very thick sliding, I'm gonna call it like barn style sliding glass doors. So kind of nice there. If we come to the back of the door here, give you an idea what that looks like. Nothing too fancy to look at. Nice thick door, helps block out sound hopefully. Now speaking of sound, this particular room, if I go like this, that wall and that bathroom wall, the elevator's right there. So I'm gonna be very interested to hear how loud this is because it's situated a little oddly. 411, if we come to the map here, is right here. So you get off the elevators and there's like a little door here. Kind of feels like it sticks out oddly, but I digress. Coming into our main living area over here on the left, we'll pull that out. You've got some extra sheets up there. And then here, one of the things with these styles room I don't particularly care for is actually a short closet. And it would appear that the person prior to me left some pants here. Probably have to let downstairs know about that. There is a safe. We'll just double check that for signs. So you got a safe, and then down here some extra shelving, your water, cups, coffee accoutrement and tea. You've got your electric kettle right there. It's kind of where I threw my stuff. You've got an L-shaped pull-out couch, so that can become another bed if you wanted to. You got a little footrest. You've got lighting right here that's controlling over here by the artwork. They have the pet peeve of mine, which is a motion sensing thermostat. At least this time it wasn't set super high, so I was able to lower it a little bit, but it's still working its way down. So I'm hoping because of the placement of the beds, since it's only me, I'll take this one, which will be closer to the motion sensing, hopefully. If we look at the floor, there is a little area rug around this here, but the rest of it is wood grain simulant. Over here, you got a place that you can put your bags. You got some extra storage right in there. And then we have, kind of looks like a pegboard, but it's not. You can hang some stuff on there. We've got our work area. So telephone outlets, we have USB-A and USB-C. These are magnetic, kind of letting you know, hey, some things to look at or look for. Swinging around, we've got a big adjustable TV. So if you want to adjust it for the beds over here or the couch over there, you can do so. You've got a trash can. You've got a chair on slides. It's okay. Coming this way, you do have a mini fridge, which is nice. There is a usable microwave on one of the lower floors, so you don't have to have that in your room. And if we come over this way, we've got another set of hangers. We also have another light right now, right there, but because of the way the light is right now, I don't necessarily need it. We've got another set of drawers here. We've got our HVAC return. So this is gonna be for your heating and cooling. It's not gonna run 24/7, so you can't kind of use it for white noise. If we swing over this way, we've got 2 queen size beds. Yes, it's only me, but I've already stayed in a king and a king accessible. This is the next step down for me to give it a shot. Here we have lights for either bed. We have power with USB-A and USB-C. We've got a little shelving in there. It's not too bad. That's a pretty decent size for the share in between. Over here, I'm assuming they're figuring the primary person is going to stay over here. You've got your clock with a small place to work with, and then under there, a place to put stuff, and then a light. Now, Hyatt tends to be what I consider the Goldilocks for their beds and pillows. So not too soft, not too firm, but after staying here for my little stopover, I will let you know. Over by this one, they do have a little wall segment to kind of differentiate your living space from the space over here in case somebody is actively using this as a bed. If we swing over this way, this room is actually in the back of the hotel. So that is still an empty lot. And if we look up that way, you're looking towards the city. So what that means is this will be slightly quieter than if you were in the front of the hotel that has traffic by the on-ramp. But if we look down here, this is also where you can hang out and eat. And if people are out there, it would get a little noisy, but I'm here on a Monday. I don't foresee that happening. Coming over to the window, you do have your sheer close as well as your opaque if you want to block out all the light. So there we go. There's the opaque one. And then if we come down, here is a sheer one if you want to let some light in, but not necessarily see outside. The hotel has changed a little bit in that, they could give you a $20 fee to get charged for parking so that you can park in the garage overnight, or you can just park in the Muni lot for $8 overnight. It's up to you, but this time around they did kind of say, hey, we have this offering, would you be interested? Or actually, no, they were ready to just tack it on, and I'm like, I stayed here before, go to the Muni lot. I will let you know how this particular room is and the proximity to the elevator, as well as a utility closet, is for sleeping overnight. Next day for overall review of Hyatt Place Albany, room 411, double queen. Overall, not too bad. The elevator door situation, I didn't really hear anything, so that was good, but I also came here on an odd day. Your mileage may vary. Coming over this way, bathroom situation, it's good. Like I said, don't really wrap your knuckles on the sink. If we come up here, there's a nice exhaust vent, which for the most part kept my really hot showers from steaming the place up. If we look over here, shower head, decent pressure, pretty good temperature, just have to let it get going. Coming down to our hardware, easy enough, turn it on, change your temperature and water pressure. Down here, this did ping a little bit, but nothing terrible. If we come over this way, this is okay. This is a motion sensing light, which is nice, except if you're coming in here at like 3 o'clock in the morning and it turns on and blinds you. So keep that in mind. Coming over this way, didn't really spend any time in the Nook this time around since I'm only here for a stopover for work, but couches are generally comfortable enough. Coming over, had a catch-all for all my stuff. Didn't really utilize the desk, but I have in the past. It's decent, pretty good size for what you get, as well as the power outlets that you get. We're gonna come over this way to the bed. I talked about it. It's the Goldilocks. It's not too soft, not too hard. For me, it's perfectly fine. 3 different types of pillows, so you can kind of get yourself situated. Now, this particular room is actually in the back of the hotel or the front of the hotel, depending on how you look at it, because it's oddly placed. You've got this empty lot here facing the city of Albany. If possible, I actually prefer rooms on the back end here because, one, really don't get a lot of through traffic here overnight or even early in the morning. You get a couple of buses, but you're far enough away that you don't get any of the sound. I did do a review recently over there for a room that was facing closer to the off-ramp, and the side of the building over there, and the side of the building got deliveries way, way early in the morning. So if you're a light sleeper and need to kind of not hear that, just make sure you ask for a room facing the city way. And sound travel wise, there was a little sound bleed from upstairs neighbor down here, but nothing terrible as far as like hotels go. So honestly, I've said this before because this is the third or fourth time I'm staying here for work purposes. If you're looking for a hotel that's reasonably close to downtown Albany without being in the heart of everything, the Hyatt Albany is well worth checking out. And the fact that the pub just a 2-minute walk down the street is now open more regularly, which was awesome when I was here, makes this an even better stop. So I have been Wanderer 001. Happy wandering.